Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, you know what? I could
Heck yeah.
This is what we're doing now. This is the new setup right here.
Heck yeah.
So I hope you're all having a good evening. Wait, what is that noise?
Heck yeah.
This is what
Oh,
this is what we're
dang
doing now.
it.
This is the new setup right here. Set echo. Hold
Heck
up.
yeah.
So, all right, here we go. How's everybody doing? Welcome to episode 219 of Talking Papas. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Anyway, how's your day? I don't like that. I don't like how I have to do that. I don't like how I have to do that. It's like I could be my own boom operator. Boom operator. Boom operator. I don't even want to sing on this channel anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want to sing. I feel like it was one of my staples. I feel like it was one of my trademarks. And I feel like something has happened in the community. There's been a shift. And now I feel self-conscious.
Soda, soda. We don't care about the algorithm. Soda, soda.
We don't care about the algorithm.
Soda, soda.
I don't feel the same anymore, bro. I'm embarrassed. I've been humbled. David Flores, what's going on? What's going on? Your GR. Mona Candy, what's up? Mark M, good to see you again, man. Good to see you again. Muchos blessings. Who is the Bonnie Blue of the UFC? Owns 6969. Who's the Bonnie Blue of the UFC? Hey, as far as I'm confirmed, the Bonnie Blue of the UFC is Alex Pereira.
What the?
That dude is reckless. That dude is wild. That dude is shameless. It's crazy, man. I think the Bonnie Blue of the UFC is Alex Pereira. Jessica. Carlos Cortez, what's going on? Only chanclas. We really out the lab, bro. We're really doing it now.
You guys ready to start this show?
We're really doing it now. Out of the lab with the pen and the pad. Trying to get this channel off. I got plenty of beanies. What you think I sold them all? Talking about.
Amazing.
You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not. I don't think I ever told you guys. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I may have made an implication. Oh, okay, I made an implication. I've been calling myself an April Fool. I've been telling you guys I'm an April Fool. What I meant was because I'm born in the month of April. So I'm always like, where's my April Fools at? Like April 1st, April 4th, April 12th, April 15th, like whatever. As far as I'm confirmed, those are the April Fools. So I don't think I've ever actually revealed the actual date, but it's definitely very early on in the month. It's definitely very early on. But I think I feel bad now. I think I implied that because I kept saying an April Fool. But it's very close, very close. But thank you. Thank you. That pre-workout stream, yeah, I don't know what's going, man. What's going on? I had a lot of what do they call them? Honeydews today. I was frustrated, man. I was frustrated. I had to wait around at the pad for people to come around and do this and that, and then I had to go over there, and then I had to record UFC news to fall asleep to, so that took a big chunk, and it took a little bit longer than I thought, and I was like, man, I gotta stream. So because it's not gonna work out today, and because there's no way that it's a possibility tomorrow, it looks like movie night's gonna be on Friday. Grandmaster Cholo is back. Carlos Cortez, I never left. I was just hiding under the octagon. Oh, Angel Padilla, thank you. How do you say happy premature birthday? Thank you, bro. It is my premature birthday today. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I think tonight is the night I'm gonna crack out Resident Evil. Because last night, yesterday, man, that feels so long ago. Yesterday's when you guys told me about it, right as I had to leave somewhere, and then I came back, and then we streamed all like for hours, and then I went to sleep shortly after that, and then I woke up today and I had to record and I had to cut some clips, and then I was doing stuff around the house, and then I was like, I gotta stream. Gotta hit that stream because I don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. I don't want to miss like 2 days in a row. So I think tonight's gonna be the night. Tonight is the night, cause you got that dead zombies. Dang, counter debate. You don't have to go to work. Thank you, Tom. About is it me or is the volume way down? I mean, dude, hopefully that you were saying that before I grabbed onto the mic, because I'm gonna lose my beanie. I don't know why. I don't know what is up with. I'm seeing it right now and it looks like it's on the verge of peaking. I don't understand it. I don't know why this is a theme in OBS. I don't know what to do with this information. Let me see if I go to properties. I mean, it does. Wow, it doesn't show me anything. What if I go to wow, this is dumb. It's not giving me like anything to work with. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't even like I literally can't even put it higher. This makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. I couldn't put this higher if I wanted to. Dang. Well, thank you, a whole lot of Betsy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Interesting. Whole lot of Betsy. I gotta say, a whole lot of Betsy. No offense. I don't want to. I'm gonna feel bad if you be like, bro, I'm in here every day. I feel like I'm not. I don't recognize this name in here. And a whole lot of Betsy came out just to show love and support from my angelic voice. And I want to say thank you very much, Betsy. Thank you for bringing me my confidence back. Thank you for bringing back to me what was taken away from me yesterday. No, I love your singing. Are you getting rid of the air horn too? Dang, look at this. People coming out the woodwork. Heck yeah, Soaring C. Soren Cicchini. Nah, never, bro. Heck yeah. Are you playing with me, Doozy? Oh, because it's April 1st, bro. I woke up and saw a thing about Armin Sarukian that he was going to fight Tapoera on the White House card because Gaethje was hurt. And then I was like, it's April Fool's Day. I saw somebody, I think it was on that video, someone left a comment saying April 1st is the worst day to be online because everyone just starts acting up, man. How long have you been live? For 12 minutes. Barely. I don't think I'm going to be on for too long today. I got a beast of a day tomorrow. And I'm a little nervous about it. So I want to make sure I'm rested. Not being too irresponsible, you know. Grandmaster, you know I do let you talk papas. You know I do let you talk papas. Oh, Lord Racer. Dang, Lord Racer, that looks crazy. My bad. I guess you asked that before I said. Tonight, I believe tonight's the night I'm gonna bust it out. I should get some hot Cheetos, huh? Hot Cheetos and Resident Evil. There's nothing like it, bro. Make me feel like I'm 12 again. I just bought a gas Tesla. Hey, the day they make a gas Cybertruck, I might, well, you know, if I was like, you know what, actually, I don't think I could ever bring myself to care about buying a new vehicle ever again. Like, after having sold cars, I've seen too much. I've seen how the chorizo is made. Like, it is 100%. It's like the worst investment you could make ever. You can't even call it an investment. It's like a divestment, like an anti-investment. Like you buy a house or whatever, and it just starts going up in value. You know, piece of land or whatever. You buy a car, it's like the dumbest thing you could buy. It's crazy, man. Now if I was a little bit well off, I would buy like an old Cadillac. Like an old 60-something Cadillac, old 60-something pickup truck, you know, something like that. I like old stuff like that. But I can't even imagine, like these dweebs, man, they get money and they go buy like a Lamborghini or a, you know, souped up Porsche. And I'm like, what the? Those don't even look good, bro. If you take the logo off, it just looks ugly, man. Imagine if someone took the logo off some of those crazy high level cars and they just put like a Nissan logo on it. People be like, brother, what's that, brother? So it's like, man, a bunch of people are just materialistic, they're just logo chasers. But I used to think that the Cybertruck looked cool. I remember when the first like concepts came out, I was like, man, that looks like something straight out of a video game. Like I would like one of those. But then when everybody got one, then it's like, forget it. I miss the Khabib time days, bro. It's always Khabib time. It's Khabib time somewhere. Even the broken clock shows that it's Khabib time several times throughout the day. Wait, who's Hornswoggle? Grandmaster, I have breaking news. Connor picks his opponent. Connor versus Hornswoggle is official. Who's Hornswoggle? Is that a nickname that I have yet to encounter? Somebody mentioned earlier that they think that it's possible that Connor is gonna fight Ian Gary, and I was like, what? Why would they do that? I mean, I could see them having a little bit of ambiguity between them, like Conor McGregor being like, what the heck, bro? Where you come out with all this acting like you're the McGregor 3.0 and you're the new era, the new generation? I'm the new generation. I don't know how that works, like, literally, but I'm the one that I'm the present and the new one. I am like, a while back, someone was like, I think it was the Dana White and Vince McMahon thing, and I use that example all the time, but I think someone was like, Dana White is this generation's Vince McMahon. And I think someone was like, isn't Vince McMahon this generation's Vince McMahon? I thought that was funny. But I could see there being some ambiguity between them, because Connor's like, what the heck, bro? My time ain't over. I'm still doing this. And then Ian Gary feels like he got something to prove. It might be like a Anderson Silva and Israel Adesanya type of situation, you know? Dang, is Adesanya more washed up than Silva? Who do you think would win right now? That's crazy, man. Think about it. Think about it. Why would Alex Pereira not just sign one-fight deals at this point in his career? Any fighter with star power should always be fighting one-fight deals. Supposedly, that's why a lot of the fighters wanted to do that with the Netflix card, because they were offering one-fight deals. So it's like, this is what I said on the Moss and Jesse show. And if you guys have not heard of the Moss and Jesse show, it's stupid. If you have not heard of the Moss and Jesse show, it's kind of sweeping the YouTube right now. I was saying it on that I think maybe they might have thrown in something to sweeten the deal. They might have thrown in Nina Chama or something like that. Even though, did you see they're like owning it? They're trying to do the 8 Mile thing where they're like, so what? I am broke and I live in a trailer and all. Nina Chama and Armin Sarukian released a video. Now, I don't know the timing to the T. I don't know if it was exactly like on whatchamacallit. I don't know if it was exactly today. So I don't know if it was supposed to be like an April Fool's thing. But either way, they're kind of like sticking to the man. They're trying to get back at the people, and they staged like this thing that looked like a date. So they step out of like I don't know if it was a jet or a private plane or what. I didn't pay attention. They step like down the steps, as you do with steps. And then they walked over to like I think it was whatchamacallit, a Rolls Royce. And they had like food set up and like champagne or whatever. I don't know what it was. And it was, this part was funny. This part was funny. I'm not even I can't be a hater to the fullest because this part made me laugh. Not out loud though. But they walked over to the car and there was like, you know, the linens and the tablecloth and the glass and all the silverware, whatever. However, it was supposed to be set up like a date. But then the food was like, they each had a bag of McDonald's. That was funny. And they were taking out French fries and Armin was eating a cheeseburger and stuff. And they were acting all like if it was a date, and then they get in the car together. It's like, dude. I've told you guys of my suspicion before that I kind of think that Nina is like just like the most modest, just quiet, reserved, old school, just wanting to be like, you know, under the radar, wanting to be polite and non-promiscuous and non-disgusting, and it's her husband or her boyfriend or whatever that's like basically like pimping her out, and that's basically like, no, you will do this. You knew what this was when we got together. We had an agreement. You're gonna make us famous. She's like, no, I just want you. Just put the camera away. I just want to read a book and watch reruns together. And he's like, no, take your clothes off and go play with that fighter. Like, maybe he's a weirdo. Maybe it's like some Charles Manson type of stuff, where he just gets these young ladies and he just puts like that, what's it called? The MK Ultra. Maybe Nina Drama's boyfriend MK Ultra to her, where it's like he's the one behind the scenes pulling the strings, calling the shots, and she's just kind of like, what? She just kind of wakes up in a fog. She probably don't even know about all this stuff till she sees it online. She's like, I did what? I said what? There's no way of us knowing. But anyway, yeah, they're, man, different fighters are motivated by different things, you know. There's some fighters who are motivated by money, 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 money. And then there are other fighters that are motivated by titles, by legacy. There's fighters that are motivated by getting ladies. There's fighters that are motivated by getting men. And, you know, Pereira doesn't seem to be the most flashy kind of guy. I mean, he's buying. What did he do? He bought like a motorcycle for Glover, and I think he bought a car for someone else. I can't remember. He seems like a generous enough dude that lives a modest enough lifestyle. And maybe for him it was more about security, more about legacy, more about because if you don't absolutely need 10 million per fight, because it's like, dude, once you have like a few stacks of millions, once you have a few millions, how many more millions do you need to like how many, like, to the point where you're now inconveniencing yourself? Because Alex Pereira probably got to this point where he's like, look, I already have, multi-millions, a few times over, Who knows? I don't know what the number is. Maybe he has, like, with everything considered, he's done some big fights. And he did a lot of kickboxing, probably had a lot of sponsors. Let's just say he has, like, to his name, 5 to 10 million. Let's be crazy and say he has, like, he wouldn't have more than that, right? Let's say he has like 15 million. Anywhere from 8 to 15 million, And he gets to be in the UFC, which still, at the moment, currently, is considered like the place to be. This is the place where your titles matter. This is the place where your legacy matters, all that kind of stuff. Now, he could go to Netflix, and now to the general public, he's like on the freak show of a card. He's on the novelty card. He's on the card being headlined by one of the ladies that became like a disgrace of the sport. And if it maybe feels like blood money, it's dirty, it's tarnished. And now he has to go back and look at the Wikipedia, and it's like, there's other promotions named after the UFC. That's like when you're like a basketball player, and then by the end of your career, you've been on like 18 different teams. It's like, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's usually not a good indicator of, how things went. And he might be the kind of dude that just doesn't really need to live that kind of lifestyle, that it's just not worth leaving the promotion to him. He's got young enough kids. Who knows what they may aspire to do? Maybe he'll want to be in their corner someday. I mean, it probably is a point of pride to him to ride off into the sunset, from the UFC trajectory. Maybe he doesn't want to retire from PFL or from, MVP. Especially those dudes. I mean, him and Money Moicano, they come from the same place, And even a dude with a name like Money Moicano, you would think that he would care a little bit more about the money, but he didn't. You probably think his parents were like, hey, son, what's wrong with you? We named you Moicano. We named you Money. Look at your birth certificate. Your name is literally Money. Are you a self-loathing Money? I remember when I was little, I didn't really like my name. I don't know why I didn't like it. I always wanted like a different name, and then I just felt like I grew into it, And maybe he's always been trying to run from it. Maybe he's been running from the money his whole life, and he just got all twisted up and tripped up, and he went too literal. It's like he's having a identity crisis. Scuba Steve, it's like, shoot, man. It's like one of those things that you just, you don't want to overthink it, Dude, we're super far behind. Dang, I'm jealous, Angel. But I shouldn't be. I don't have to be anymore. Jim, I didn't catch this weekend's UFC. Without wanting to invoke the Weevil, would you care to bless us with the sermon on what really happened with Adesanya versus Piper? The Weevil? What's the Weevil? I'll say this, and I will have an episode coming out tomorrow that you can watch, the UFC News to Fall Asleep to, that talks about it as well. But here's my take. You know what? I'm gonna take this off because this is driving me crazy, and I don't really mind holding the mic. Holding the stand is annoying, but I don't mind holding the mic. Hold up. So anyway, here's what I think happened. Adesanya is not the dude who he used to be. He used to think he was invincible and immortal. He used to think that he was Matt Brown. And he had this aura about himself. He bought into his own hype. And he was very much like Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor. Once that wore off and he realized himself, oh, dang, I'm not invincible. Who am I? He had an identity crisis. And it rocked him. Once upon a time, he had this thing where everybody treated him like some kind of like I don't want to say like a god. I don't want to say, but you know, like, unfortunately, it was to that level. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, he's just a dude, and people just really hyped him up. And I think he kind of took on that persona and believed that that's who he was. And it turned into this thing where when he finally did lose, it shattered his confidence. It shattered him. And he was able to refine, you know, here, like, let me give you the condensed version. We've seen him enough. We've seen him at scrums, press conferences, press week. We've seen him on the mic. And there's two different versions we've seen of him. When he's motivated, he's determined, he's ambitious, he's angry, he's aggressive, he's ready. And then we've seen the real docile, calm, reserved, resigned, as if the whole thing's a foregone conclusion and he knows what's coming to him. Like when he got broken mentally by like Du Plessis, by Strickland. And I said it. I told people. I said, I know it looks weird. I don't want to be one of those, I judge everything off of body analysis and facial expression and that kind of thing, like some kind of psychologist. But I feel like, hey, we see these guys all the time. We kind of learn who they are. We learn their expressions, their mannerisms, their overall body language. Like, we see them over and over. Like, do we not pick up on stuff? And when I saw him, he seemed to be very resigned. He seemed to, it was this weird, like, resolved, like, I know my fate. It was like, yeah, I'm going to get him. And he was going to be, you guys seen that movie? You guys seen that one movie, that Disney movie? Have I used the Frozen thing already? I did? Well, you know, something else cringy. He wasn't like, it was just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, well, you know, it was just like checked out, indifferent. Like he knew what was happening. And that said everything to me. Because it doesn't matter what you could do with your hands. It doesn't matter what you could do with your patas. It doesn't matter how many question mark kicks you have. It doesn't matter. Where does all of that start? And some of this is going to sound familiar tomorrow when you see the UFC News to Fall Asleep to. But look at this right here. This motion I'm about to do right here. Look at this. See this? See this? Look at all these things I'm doing with my hands. This is crazy, huh? See this? All this stuff. How does that happen? How does that take place? It starts up here, right? Your brain. Things are triggered from up here. Everything that you do, it's because things are firing off over here, telling you to do what you're doing, right? If this isn't right, nothing else is going to be right. And I kept telling people, he looks off. He's not right up here. He's resigned. He's already accepted defeat. He's not motivated. He's not in that headspace where he's going to come with everything he's got. And they said, no, what about this? You forgot that. Remember in this fight, he did this. He was able to do that. Remember this thing? Like, what about that? And I'm, dude, if this ain't right, nothing else is going to be right. And it wasn't. And I could see that. Because, again, I don't got to be best friends with him. We've seen the dude for years. We see him time and time again. And it's like if you have a homie and he's always acting a certain way, and then now he's acting different. Hey, what's wrong? What happened with you? Like, you should pick up on these things. And then he came into the fight, and look, yes, he's still a professional athlete. Yes, he's still going to be in better shape than most people around, most people in the chat. But for Israel Adesanya, he looked pudgy. He looked more pudgy than he did against Jan Blachowicz, and he was spilling over his trunks. He had the little muffin thing going on. He looked pudgy. He wasn't prepared mentally or physically. He didn't look right from any angle, from any perspective. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, I've never seen him look like that. Didn't seem like he was there to work. Then the first round comes, and it's like, okay, he's doing okay. Vintage Adesanya. Well, what does that mean? Hang back and eat up the legs? I mean, dudes in this chat could do that. I mean, dudes in this chat could play Jake Paul, running from Anthony Joshua. I survived longer than Francis Ngannou because he was running, right? Dudes here in this chat could do what Adesanya was doing. Keep your distance, throw some leg kicks, get out of there, throw some leg kicks, get out of there, throw some leg. It's especially easier when you have the IQ of Joe Pyfer and you're not checking anything. And you're not moving around and you're letting them eat up your legs. So, he looked like vintage Adesanya in the first round. He was eating up some legs. He landed here and there. But then the second round came around. And there's no way around this. There's no other way to look at it. But when you see what happened in the second round, he was downloading. Pyfer was downloading. He was doing what Gaethje was doing against Pimblett. Let me take these hits and see how they feel. Oh, I could take these hits all night long. So in the second round, that's why it looks so different. There's two things that were happening, by the way, I think. I don't want to give Adesanya too much credit, but there's two things that were happening, I think. And I'm upset with myself because I think I forgot to talk about it in the UFC News to Fall Asleep too. I talked about one of the things. One of the things is Pyfer was downloading, and he realized I could take his shots, and the only thing I don't really like is his kicks. Those leg kicks are bothering me, and the threat of the question mark kick. So what does Pyfer do then? Close the distance. Get in the pocket with them, because he could take his shots, and Adesanya couldn't take too much of Pyfer's shots. So get in the pocket. Plus, if I get in the pocket to trade hands, I'm no longer in that kicking range. I don't have to be in danger of the leg kick or the question mark kick to the dome. Perfect place for me to be. So he got in there. He got in the pocket. And the other thing that I think was also coming into play was Adesanya was, when he was a champion and he had the bout, he had the, do you want me to risk my belt mentality. Now, being, far removed from the bout, and probably never going to get it again. Probably never going to have I already said this the other day. Huh? I think I said this yesterday. That the only chance he was going to have to get another title is if they make a BMF. But he would definitely not be a BMFer. But, I guess if Oliveira could be. No, he still wouldn't. So, I think the other thing that could have come into play was that Adesanya was thinking, you know what? I'm probably never going to get a title again. The least I could do, be a fan favorite. If I get in there and I trade, I get in the pocket with them, I mix it up, I do something exciting, I get to do the bow and arrow thing again. Who cares? People will say I'm a savage. They won't, because even when I was winning, people didn't like me, a lot of people, and I was boring and I was running. I was a point fighter, stick and move fighter. So at least now they respect me. So I think it's possible two things were going on there. But again, I feel like I'm giving Adesanya a little bit too much credit. I think it was mostly Pyfer downloading and realizing I could take the shots, just like Gaethje realized he could take them against Pimblett. So he'll take some to give some, and he wanted to get out of the kicking range. And that's what he did. And I thought Adesanya was playing possum a little bit when he was like, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Adesanya was starting to look sluggish and starting to rope a dope. But that's what he was doing when he knocked out Pereira. And I was like, Piper, relax, chill out, man. Did you not watch the tape? Did you see what he did to Pereira? And I was getting nervous because I picked Piper. And then when Piper took him down, I was like, ooh. I don't think he was playing possum. And he started making that weird face. And that was it. That was a wrap. It just, Adesanya had a blueprint that he used for a string of fights. And what accompanied that blueprint was that aura of invincibility that he had. Once that was gone, it was just a matter of, oh, that's what he does. That's the blueprint. I can beat him. And then people just did that. I mean, there was no more to it than that, man. What's up, JG? Oh, not that bad, Jane Caulfield. Not that bad at all. Troubleshoot his mic. Lurking, hurting from a procedure. Oh, snap. Procedure? You're probably already gone by the time I catch up to the chat, so I don't... Shoot. Hopefully you get your rest in and you feel good. Hopefully it was nothing too crazy. I mean, I'm assuming you're okay. I mean, okay enough if you're even in here, so I'm glad to see that. Doozy, oh my gosh, Doozy gifted 5 memberships. Hey, we're doing all right on it's the first of the month. We're doing all right to start the month off. Okay, we got some generosity. We will not have an end of the month in April like we did in March. We cannot do it. We gotta start off strong. Thank you, bro. Cause I got all my homies with me. Thank you, dude. Thank you for bringing these people into the family. For those of you that were just welcomed in with arms wide open, there's a bunch of content for you on the members tab that the general public does not have access to. So make the most of it, please. Make the most of it, please. Thank you, Doozy. Are you going to talk about DC and Nate beefing? I could. So, hey, Nate Diaz is very emotional, right? Nate Diaz is another one of those guys. I hate it that I feel like it looks like I'm always going against the grain just for the sake of going against the grain. It seems like a lot of people that a lot of dudes that a lot of people like, I don't like. People like Macy Barber, I don't get it. I don't like her. People like Tracy O'Neal, I don't get it. I don't like her. People like Tomas Aspinall, I don't get it. I don't like her. People like Adesanya, I don't get it. I don't like him. People like Nate Diaz, he's the best. He's a gold. The Diaz brothers, I don't get it. I don't like them. I think they're annoying. I don't know, man. He's got to be like the most emotional dude ever in the UFC, ever. And I mean, even more so than like talking about Michael Chase's mom. Like it's crazy, man. So I think he's in the wrong. I think he's delusional, man. He's like hopelessly delusional. DC said something funny earlier, man. It made me laugh. It made me laugh out loud. And I think I literally stopped the video right after it because I had to get out of the car. And so it might be right there still. I'd like to play it for you guys. It made me laugh. DC made a response. Hold up. I want to play this part for you. So Nate Diaz was making fun of DC because he cried, right?
Nathan, you wouldn't be so okay with losing.
Here it is right here. Look at.
Huh? Huh?
Huh? I like the way he talks to him like he's this little kid. Huh? Huh? I forgot about that part. That wasn't even the part, but the way he goes, huh?
Maybe if you cried. Maybe if you cried, Nathan,
Nathan.
you wouldn't be so okay with losing. Huh? Huh?
Here it is.
Because I cried because losing to me was like death.
Almost.
That's why I cry. You don't cry. You go to the after party. You go hang out with your friends.
Right here.
You get beat on a Saturday. On Monday, you're talking again like you're the best in the world.
Look at this.
You don't cry. You go to the after party. You go hang out with your friends. You get beat on a Saturday. On Monday, you're talking again like you're the best in the world. Maybe if you cried, we would think that you cared and winning and losing really mattered.
Hey, DC came with the fire, bro. I was cracking up when I was listening to that video. Bottom line, I think Nate is absolutely wrong. He's delusional. He comes on and he goes on Twitter and he's just always trying to come after everybody and just making himself look like, is he drunk? Is he high? Like, what is he talking about? And he never quits about how the BMF title was made for him. And it's like, bro, don't you realize how much, like, how bad that makes you look? You never even owned something that was made for you. You never even held something that was made for you. You know what you did, Nate Diaz? It's Nathan. You know what you did? It's like if you made yourself a turkey sandwich for lunch, and you're like, this is my turkey sandwich. You made yourself a turkey sandwich for lunch, and then some bully came out, yoink, swiped it right out of your hands. That's the BMF title, right? The BMF title it was your lunch. It was your lunch money, and someone came along and snagged it from you. You should probably stop talking about it because it makes you look bad. That's not a good look for you. You got punked. You got jacked, bro. So he's just always delusional and talking smack, and people love him. People love him because he got his brains beat in for them. And people just go crazy for him because his fighting style and because the blood and the scar tissue. They love that. But everything he says is just so stupid. He's saying DC's not a fighter, that he's a wrestler but not a fighter. And then he said he never even watched any of his fights. And then he was saying, oh, I just saw the only fight of his I ever saw was a part with Stipe Muchacho where he was kind of picking him up and carrying him around. And then the next thing I know, he was knocked out and he was crying. It seems like he's picking and choosing these moments to try to trash on DC. Because what DC was guessing was one of the reasons is maybe because he's from the Khabib Nurmagomedov camp and that beef, you know. And then another thing where a lot of it stemmed from is, you know, DC was giving his take on the Netflix card and Mike Perry and how that's not really a banger. And it's crazy that Nate is acting like it's a big deal and it is a banger and it's the best fight. That wasn't even supposed to be the fight. He was supposed to fight Masvidal. But Masvidal's like, chale, I want to go back to the UFC. I want to be like Pereira. I want to go out. I want to retire from the UFC. And then Nate had to, like, oh, I guess we got Mike. So, but now he's acting like that's the fight. And another thing is when Ben Askren and DC were having the show, Ben Askren's the one that actually started talking papas to Nate Diaz. You know what? To be fair, Ben Askren's probably the only person that Nate Diaz could beat at this point. If that. And Ben Askren's the one that was talking papa, saying he's a bum and his record is terrible. And DC was like, you can't do that, man. What are you doing? No, don't say that. And then finally Ben Askren laid it all out. And DC's like, you might be right. But he was fighting for him. He was fighting for him. And just Nate's always just trying to come after the wrong people, man. He's just always trying to stir it up. He's just like a little drama queen. He's always just trying to stir up unnecessary conflict. And it almost always seems like with people that he knows he's not going to do nothing with anyway. Like maybe he's like a YouTuber. He's just always like punching up. Always punching up. Like, I could get away with this. Nothing's going to happen. Just like when he was talking smack to Brendan Schaub. And then Brendan's like, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. And then hush mode. Now, DC told him, hey, you want to talk? Come talk like men. We'll figure this out. Hush mode, except when it's online. So it's like maybe he's doing that Kobe Covington, Henry Cejudo kind of stuff. He's trying to stay relevant. He's doing his own version of Conor McGregor. And then he was saying that he was getting bigger offers. He could have made bigger money. He could have had bigger fights. If he would have went to the UFC and they wanted to give him Conor. And that's what, I mean, I don't really care to see that. And I think I'm like the only person on earth. Is there anybody in here that does not want to see Diaz McGregor 3? Am I the only one? Because I feel like everybody always says that's what I want. I can't wait. We should have got it. We have this unrequited passion and hope for this fight. I don't care. But it's crazy to know that's what everybody would want, and that's what the UFC would pay for. So, you know, if he cares about the fans or the people or the audience or the buys or the money, that's where it would be. But all of a sudden, Diaz has like these standards, and he's like, nah, I don't want to fight somebody that's on his last leg, haha, literally, and that's not the good fight, and that's not a good matchup right now. And I mean, the level of delusion is crazy. I mean, Mike Perry at any given moment is still like, I mean, would anybody place him above Conor? I mean, give Conor 2 broken legs. I mean, he's still, I mean, people hate Conor though, so they'll probably still say Mike Perry's better just because they hate Conor, right? It gets to a level of being pathetic. The levels that people stoop to just because they don't like Conor. But I just think that Diaz is delusional. I think he is a drama queen, and he just talks the most smack and just keeps finding ways to get away with it. Whole lot of Betsy. My husband and I watch all the time. I think you have brilliant insight. Sometimes I check into the live streams myself just to hear you. Dude, sometimes I check into the live streams myself just to hear you sing. Betsy, did you ever know that you're my hero? Thank you, Betsy. Oh my goodness. Thank you. That I never thought I would see somebody say something like that. I'm gonna screenshot that. Just to hear you sing. That's what I'm talking about. Coming in here with this
Soda.
trying to make me look bad.
We don't care about the algorithm. Soda.
We don't care about the algorithm.
Soda.
I love the end of it. Where Angel, he can't even contain his joy when he's hearing his lady sing. She's like, and he's like, you could just see, you could hear the cheeser on his face. He's just like, get it. I like it, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Anyone else here ever had a cellulitis infection? What? What does that even mean? You could get infected with cellulite? I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I don't know what that is. If I have it, I'm not even aware of it. Dang. Marab just shattered his nose from training. Wait, are you? Hey, I don't know who I could trust. I feel like I could trust you, Mona Kenny, but that's crazy. Did he even have anything lined up? What was he supposed to do next? Maybe, I don't know. Is he all good? He could just do like Kobe and just, I'm good to go. I was supposed to get sedated for my procedure. I didn't get it. Not a cool April Fool's joke. That's just mean. I fasted all day. Wait a minute. So they just chose not to give it to you? At first when I read it, I was like, I thought you were like, yeah, I didn't want it. I chose not to, but they just didn't give it to you. That is weird. That is weird. How do they get away with something like that? ARJR, oh, remember for 8 months on the 999 squad. 8 months in counting. Let's go. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, ARJR. I love it. 8 months. You're coming up on 10 years yourself. Yeah, but is leasing really any better, or are you just saying all cars are ripoffs? As far as I'm confirmed, I worked at a Nissan store, and then a Mercedes store, and then a different Nissan store, and then I went back to the Mercedes store. And as far as I'm confirmed, everything I was ever exposed to, it is 100% set up from its very nature. Like, that's the way it's set up. It's not a matter of a bad manager or a bad sales guy or someone with bad intentions. The way it's structured is to do you dirty. That's how it's structured. I can't believe that car dealerships are still a thing. Remember back in the day, I remember being a little kid and I would go see a dude like Ted Bundy, you know? I remember going to the store and having a dude help me with shoes and try them on and all this and measure my patas and stuff like that. It was like, could you imagine that today? Like, now you just go grab shoes and you're gone. You just do your thing. Could you imagine asking someone, hey, could you put this on my foot and feel it and push down on my toesies? And like, that would be weird, right? Like, how those don't exist anymore, or, whatever else. I'm trying to think of another example. Like, you had the Candy Man. What do you want to try this one? What do you think I like about this one? And the sugar to chocolate ratio and the no, you just go grab a Hershey's now. I can't believe they haven't evolved when it comes to cars, where you just go to the place and be like, I want that one, and then the price is the price, whatever. And I guess CarMax is trying to be that, but I went and did some dealings with CarMax a couple years ago. It's not quite that either. I can't believe it's not to the point yet where it's like going and buying a shirt. I just want that. Here, what's the price? Boom. You know what, though? When I was a salesman, the customers could be annoying sometimes. And I remember one time some dude was like, he said something like, you know what? I want to make this real quick and simple. I don't want to play games, I don't want to go back and forth on the price. And I was like, well, then just pay it. I'm not the one trying to go back and forth. You're the one trying to haggle. Here's the price. Just pay the price, bro. What do you mean? I want to make this quick too. It's the customers that drag it out. But anyway, they do it to themselves, man. When they invite themselves into that circumstance, it's like you walked into a war zone, man. My opinion would be, if you have the means, which I know there might be one person in here, maybe, probably not. I would guess not even one person in here would be able to do that, because it's crazy. It's not even an insult to you if you can't. You have to be living like, I don't even understand that kind of life to be able to do this. But if you have the means, buy the car. If you want a brand new car, to make sure you got the warranty and whatever, and it's no wear and tear, buy it cash, no payments. Find out the price out the door, cash, nothing extra, simple. Or really do your good research and buy stuff privately. Check your Carfax, your history, all that kind of stuff. Have someone come with you that knows cars. Make sure there's no frame damage. Make sure nothing's been crazy. They didn't do any halfway stuff in their garage. But yeah, buying a brand new car with payments, whether you're leasing or purchasing, you're just getting ripped off, man. And for some people, it might be worth it. They might just their whole, for some people, that's like the end all be all for them, to just have a nice, clean, good looking car and getting in it every time and feeling good about yourself and your life and like you accomplish something. Maybe for people like that, and it would just absolutely change your life and your day to day, and you'd be so happy being it. Okay, whatever. But I mean, I'm not that. There was a period when I was, and when I think some of you know this. I mentioned it a few times. When I was working at Mercedes, I got a Mercedes. When I was working at Mercedes, I leased one. And I was doing okay for the first few months. I was doing okay. So I was like, I remember when I first went into it, I was like, oh, this might be my path. I'm a sales guy. I was making some money, some good money, and I leased a Mercedes. And the first couple weeks, I felt like, nah, for real, probably like the first week, I felt like a king, bro. And then it got old really quick. And long story short, I swapped it for a Nissan. And I can't even imagine the mindset of being able to go back and I'm happy to live frugal now and not be in debt to everything and everybody. It's not worth it to me, man. But it kind of feels good knowing that I had been there and done that, and I got it out of my system. Now it's like, yeah, that seems foolish. What I do like about Mercedes is they are like ridiculously safe and like heavy duty. They're made like it's a different animal. It's made with a different. It's like knocking on an oak tree or something. It's not like any other car, man. It's durable and it's safe. That's the thing that I do like about it. Dude, I didn't even know there was a Lambo truck. Heck yeah, Beto. Heck yeah. That's exactly what my tío Beto would drive. Depreciating asset, yup. Lord Racer, we appreciate you, bro. Representing the Santa Fe. Thank you, man. Look at this. The loyalty is unmatched, bro. In LA, you have a crew of 4 dudes rent out a Lambo truck for the month, and everyone gets in 1 week a month. Oh, so you're talking about a wrestler. He's a wrestling dude. Nah, I don't watch. Dude, see, this is exactly why I don't watch WWE. This looks like the most corny thing I've ever seen in my life. It makes me sad to look at. Every time I catch glimpses of like the WWE, as they call it now, it looks like the corniest thing, man. It makes me so sad. I used to watch it back when it was real. Car payments will destroy your wealth and your mental health nowadays. They lock you up for 8. Yeah, dude. Yo, it's crazy, man. I remember there was this one extreme one. I had some lady that came in with their son. He really wanted like a Ford Mustang, and man, they locked into that for years, man. Why are all luxury body styles starting to look like bugs? Lots of roly-poly looking cars and SUV. Yeah, they're disgusting, man. I think my guess is they started to copy the Tesla. The Porsches are doing it. The BMWs, the Mercedes, I think the Audi started doing it. It's crazy. They're so ugly. Ian Gary would never want to fight Conor, would he? Isn't he like a man? Isn't that like man crushing on him? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I would think that Conor would have more reason to want to fight Ian Gary than Ian would want to fight Conor. I do agree with that. Yeah, the money ruined them. Hey, Shades B, man. Shades B.
flow
Shout
goes
out, bro.
deep like the ocean.
Amazing.
It burns so hard, grab the lotion.
What the?
I might hit the 3-wheel.
This isn't a
motion.
career. This is an
'Cause I'm
opportunity.
sipping on this green tea potion.
Appreciate you again, man. Yeah, he did. He did. The money definitely, I was going to say the money got to his head, but there was definitely some other, paraphernalia that made its way to his head as well, deep into his system, into his bloodstream. Yeah, man. It's a shame. It's a shame, like, dude, to watch that path. Like, if we go back and watch, like, footage and stuff of him from, like, I don't know, 2015, and then just see, like, he's just like a whole. It's almost like when you see those charts. Remember they'd show them to you, like, in middle school, like high school. You see those charts of, like, the lady, and then the progression as her, like, her whole face and her, like, bone structure would change as she was, like, on meth, and she would just get all, remember those? It's just, man, it'll just wreck you, man. They should have Connor fight Pete Hegseth or Cash Patel or something here for the freak show. I agree. I completely agree. I was kind of upset with myself, by the way, the other day. I was talking with Moss from the MMA Holes and also from the Moss and Jesse show about... there it is. We were talking about the... freak shows, and I was talking about how I would love to see, like, I think I said Oprah Winfrey. I think that was my example. How I would like to watch Oprah Winfrey fight. And then I said Cain Velasquez. And I felt like that wasn't freaky enough, because Cain Velasquez was in the UFC. And I felt like, that was a bad example. Like, I would want to see, like, Oprah Winfrey fight, like, Ryan Seacrest. I think that would be a good one. Or, like, I'd like to see Beyonce fight, like, shoot, man, Deion Sanders or something like that. That would be interesting. I would like to see Vanna White fighting Steve Harvey. That kind of thing. So I agree, man. Lord Racer, why do you do it to me, bro? The Moss and Jesse show. Oh, that's really messed up, man. They can't even put some kind of, like, cream or some kind of numbing solution or something on for that, for after the fact. Hey, Soren, I mean, if you're good, you're good. And I appreciate that, man. Just being happy to be here. But I don't know if you ever did that thing where you go, I think if you go on my members tab, somewhere up at the top, there's like a drop down. And you have to click to enable the ability for people to gift you memberships. YouTube is so ridiculous. If you don't do that, then you don't even have the ability to get a free membership. I don't know why it's like that. It's like it doesn't want people to get gifts. It's trying to discourage it, which is weird. Because YouTube will make money from that. Nina Drama was on Playboy. She's definitely well, I had a suspicion a long time ago, Bert. Because I don't know if you know this, I actually talked about it. Nina was with the dude that she's with or whatever before that. And my suspicion was that he encouraged her to get into Playboy. Because Nina Chama started off doing like skits and stuff like that on YouTube or social media, whatever. And then she met this dude and he's like, you should model. You should be a model. And he's one of those creep style kind of dudes. Like if you can you imagine you meet a dude, you get with somebody. It's not just that you met him. You're with him. Could you imagine being in a newly relationship with someone? He's like, I think you should get into modeling. I think we should do something with this. I think you see what you're working with right here? I think we gotta put this to work. I think we gotta make some money from this. Could you imagine? She meets this dude, they get together, and he just immediately starts, let's take your clothes off and get some photos of you. That's what's... Google says Alex has a 4 to 5 million net worth. Dang. Man, it doesn't pay to be a fighter, dude. The lifestyle that they live and all the sacrifice that they go through, it does not pay to be a fighter, man. Literally. That is insane. This is ridiculous. I did not realize how far behind I was. Oh my gosh, I'm scrolling forever to get back there. Um Oh, thank you, Rashad. I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough because, see, I shouldn't even be streaming right now. The only reason I'm streaming is because I kind of told Marilena, hey, you had me running around earlier, doing all this stuff that you needed some help with, and I didn't get to stream. So now I gotta stream later. But typically, I'm streaming way earlier, man. So I'm sorry because I know the evening is the best for a lot of people. But I'm trying to be around for the family, you know. When I stream at night, it's like we're ships in the night, you know. We're a bunch of schooners just scrolling right past each other. What I think I need to make this bigger. I can't see. I'm really struggling to see the screen today. I used to hate my name too, being named Terry in the 90s when everyone else was named Brittany or Kelsey, or normal names just didn't fit. But I like that it's different from my age now. I like the name Terry. I know some Terrys. I like that you grew into it and that you like it now. I think Money Moicano got his bubble burst when he was doing really good, winning, and his post-fight mic moments. But he fought Islam with like 12 hours notice and lost 8. Dang, he's too much of a company, man. Too much of a company, man. Billy the Kidder, you may be onto something. Yeah, you may be onto something. We're just having fun. Papas con chile or papas con chorizo? I don't like anything really with my chorizo. I just like chorizo with eggs. I could you know what I can't stand? Chorizo and eggs with beans. The beans, nah, it throws me off, dude. Chorizo and eggs. Sometimes the papas are cool, but I'd rather have just chorizo and eggs and then papas con chile. Just give me 2 plates. Oh man, Jane, I was ripping the threads out of my beanie. Those days would drive me so crazy. I just felt like it was the worst experience for everybody, and everybody was gonna want to leave. I was so paranoid. Yeah, it's probably over for Moicano, huh? And I feel bad because I think he's one of the fighters that actually like followed me, I think, and interacted with my stuff on Instagram or whatever. So it's probably like I should be like, hey, Moicano, you're the GOAT. But I'm too truthful. ARJR
We are family.
has blessed Boo Sargent.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Thank you, ARJR. Boo Sargent caught that stray when we were trying to get Sorin. Thank you, ARJR. Papas with soy sauce. Ooh, lemon juice and Valentina Shevchenko. Oh, I should have seen that, Soren. I should have seen that. You know what? I ran into a while back. I ran into a video that was on YouTube. It was a collab that I did with Moss from the MMA host, Jesse on Fire, and Keenan K. And I said something about not liking the Weasel. And I kind of I regret it. I was always frustrated in regard to the Weasel because, you know, it's wasn't his fault, you know. He figured out what worked and he capitalized on it. But I used to work like stupid hard on my videos that took like a ton of editing, and I would see this guy upload videos, and they were nothing but still shots that would just slowly zoom in, Ken Burns style, for like 40 seconds at a time. And he would just talk over it in this monotone, like nothing scripted, nothing entertaining, nothing humorous. Nothing. It was just talk. It was just like if, you know, what's his name? Brendan Fitzgerald just like uploaded a video and just had a bunch of stills and just talked over it monotonely for 12 minutes and then made 8 videos of the same fight and just kept putting a different kind of title to just get more and more views. I was like, dude, I spent like, and so, you know, maybe it was just being jealous, just being frustrated, just being bitter about it. You know, again, he's just doing his thing. He figured out what worked. And I was like, man, I worked so hard on mine and I think mine are good. And I actually put effort into mine. This dude's just sitting back saying, hey, guys, well, this happened and then that happened. And he basically just reading the stats of the fight out loud. And I was like, what the? But yeah, I mean, I got nothing, like, I got no malice toward the dude or anything like that. ARJR.
We are
GM, where's the goal?
family.
And hit the like
I got
dojo.
all my homies with me.
I felt greedy, bro. You know what? I should do one every day. Like, look at this. Might be an inside joke with some of you guys. I might do one every day. Just to, you know why? Just to be able to support myself, bro. Like 100%. Just to be able to keep doing this. But I want to find ways. I want to find ways to make it worth it. Like I think I really do need to start doing it every day. And if we don't hit the goal, then we don't hit the goal, whatever. But it's kind of stupid for me not to. It's kind of stupid for me not to is what I've learned. So let me do this. Shoot, I don't know if I should do this. I already have to write a whole movie script. I don't think it should be that bad. I think I could do it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I might be kind of relieved, but here we go. I'll start a goal right now. The prices, the tiers or whatever aren't picky. It could be any color, any amount. And if we reach the goal, I know by the time I do it, because I gotta do something, I gotta be somewhere tomorrow. I know by the time I do it, it'll be kind of late. But again, UFC Seattle was so good. It was so entertaining. It was so funny. There were so many ridiculous moments. I would love to make a video about it. If I could find a way to justify it and find that it's like, you know, I could make sense of it, then I could do it. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. It just means then I could relax and I don't have to worry about making a beast of a video. Is she gonna be able to back out? Question mark. GM is scared of goals now because it means he has to work extra hard on his YouTube channel. Let me tell you this. I was thinking about it right now as I was contemplating what I should do for a goal. I'll tell you this. When I was thinking about it the other day, I was feeling kind of bad. And I was like, man, I don't, the way that it's been so far, I'll stream. And if people feel like it and they're led to do it, whatever, they could donate if they want. But I felt kind of dirty about putting up goals. But here's what made me feel okay about it. If I put up goals and we get them, then I won't feel so bad because of the kind of goals that I'm making, because I'm making the kind of goals that are forcing me to make content. And if I put goals up during the streams and we get them, that means now I'm not only doing the streams, now I'm like, hey, the streams are thriving because of the goals. Now I'm actually going to block out a couple hours in the morning and I'm going to make a sit-down MMA video for them. I'm going to make a Life of a Grandmaster video. I'm going to make a breakdown of whatever, or a prediction video. So then it's like, why am I going to feel bad? Now I'm making content. And there's benefits from it. So, yeah, it is scary, though, bro. Everyone is overanalyzing Adesanya. He started losing when he started fighting the guys who were 6'2 plus, and they could match his height and reach and wrestle. That's really it. That's a good point as well. I can't remember if I said that during the Fight Companion or with Moss, but it was something similar as well. That is a good point. Like, the size. He just wasn't, I mean... That wouldn't be my first argument. That would not be my go-to. Because, I mean, he wasn't fighting dudes all that were nothing but 5'9" either. You know, there were dudes with big frames. There were dudes that were strong, like Costa, like, who's that other Italian dude, the real light-skinned dude? Like, they're strong dudes, Mero. Like, these guys were animals. So that wouldn't be my go-to, but I definitely understand that. Didn't like your names. I grew up with Soren Sichini in Australia, where people struggle with names more exotic than Bruce. I once met a girl that said she never heard the name Darren before. Oh, no. I should say grown woman, not girl. I was going to say, maybe that's why she couldn't say Darren, because she's 4. Adesanya, the GOAT of the COVID era. Dang. He still lost to Mero, but James Bishop. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Anyone mention or notice how Adesanya had a saggy nipple and now it's gone? He's off the stair. So Mark M, I did mention that. I can't remember. You guys are gonna have to watch it. I can't remember if I mentioned it when I did the Moss and Jesse show or if I mentioned it in a stream. That I thought it was very interesting that he came into the fight. Or did I mention it on UFC News to Fall Asleep too? I have no idea. I thought it was very interesting that he came into the fight looking a little chunky. He did not look like peak Adesanya, for whatever that's worth. He looked a little chunky. He was hanging over his trunks a little bit. And I said, how ironic that he's not having the gyno issues on this fight. So when he's, not on whatever steroids or whatever, and therefore no gyno, now he looks chunky and out of shape and pudgy in the middle. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. So yeah. The Pied Piper. Did Adesanya try to defend grappling with the Bill Cosby face? I said it the other day. I have a suspicion that Joe Pyfer, and I don't even know if it was on purpose, but Joe Pyfer struck Adesanya's erotic artery. And I think that's why Adesanya was like, it was weird, dude. It was a weird face. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for doing it. Finally. Absolutely, Soren. Yeah, he could barely talk, dude. It's hard listening to Nate Diaz. I wanted to do a video, like a reaction, like a breakdown of the video that he did with Theo Vaughn, but he goes, and you know, the other thing down, he goes, it's hard to listen to, man. It's hard to get past. I remember I did a video a few years ago, maybe, where he was talking with, I think it was Ariel. I'm not sure. And I was highlighting the moments, and I was basically cropping out all the moments where it was just like full blown CTE dialogue, and it was just like, it was crazy, man. I want to say thank you, and I don't want to expose anybody's name here, but their initials are AC. They just placed the order on my merch store, and you know what? Just to shout them out, here you go. I want you guys to see and experience the merch. I want you to experience what they're experiencing right now. That's where you could go support the 10-year anniversary of the Mexican martial arts. And I want to say thank you. Dang, they got a hoodie. They got a 10-year celebration hoodie with the big old 10 of beanies card on it, and they got a mug. They got an MMA mug. Wow. Very generous. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you very much for supporting. Heck yeah. The merch is starting to go a long way. It's starting to add up. I need to find something other to rely on than AdSense. You know, that doesn't cut it. AdSense, I basically don't make AdSense. It's basically non-existent. You got to get videos with like over 100,000 views to really get AdSense. So thank you very much for coming through on the merch. Yeah, that was funny, man, by DC. That was hilarious. Wow, I'm super behind, huh? Yeah, need for recognition, the insecurity, yeah. And you see it come out when they get very sensitive online. I think that was surprising to a lot of people because you see them as these strong, imposing dudes. And then when the internet came along, you start to see how sensitive these dudes really are. Yeah. When Shab was like, what are you going to do? Volume punch me? That was funny. People don't hand it to him, man. They don't give it up. That was funny. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Nate Diaz, is he entertaining? Sure. We're entertained, but he is annoying. Sangre por sangre. Dang. Nate didn't lose to Masvidal. He lost to a doctor. You're right, bro. I always used to say the same thing. I'm just flipping narratives right now. I've said the same thing so many times. I agree with you. He's just been annoying. MVP is amazing. They're giving us the fights we want to see. I agree. But people are they're just trying to hold on, man. They're trying to hold on to the dream. They're trying to hold on to the past, the UFC. I did see that Masvidal. Break up to make up. I saw him showing love to Askren. It was crazy, man. Almost all of Nate's wins is from hugging people till they submit. Yeah, pretty much. Look at his record and look at how he won them and look at who they were against. Talking papas fritas. ARJR, thank you.
We are family.
Blessing Uncle Chrome.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Thank you. Let's be honest, Nate got so big because how we always talk papas. He can't stop now. Not if he wants to monetize his persona. Yeah, you're right. He's gone too far. Shoot, man. Dang. Shoot, man. Yeah, you don't want to see McGregor and Diaz again either. Diaz should find another way to make money out of his huge fan base. I think he is. I haven't really been following him that like I was surprised to hear it that he has like his own fight promotion, and that probably makes me sound like a casual. But I don't follow him that closely. I just don't pay attention, I guess. But he has his like clothing brand, and then he has his own fight promotion. But I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't know if he's not doing fights or what. That's the fun part, Nate getting beat up, and he keeps talking papas. I remember there was a fan video where he kept getting beat up, and the opponent started to get tired of beating him. It's far-fetched, but if you somehow set up a boxing match between Nate Diaz and Ryan Garcia, it would produce the most hilarious unhinged trash talk in history. Oh, dude. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is yeah, that dude's interesting. And he would murder Nate Diaz in the ring. Oh, thank you, Shades. Meat Rocky, you're too kind. He's commenting on my singing voice, which was about 2.5 hours ago. So I'm starting to realize how far behind I am. Heck yeah, Hoser! Heck yeah! The power couple. You already know I'm here for the papas. What the? The real problem with cars is the people that feel they need or deserve a luxury car, and they make it happen by getting a 7-year. Yeah, yup. You should be buying a car you could easily pay off in 2 or 3 years. Yup. It's just most people aren't making those responsible decisions. All good, Hoser. I'm just glad that you lend me your ears, bro. GM, did you have to upsell subscriptions for some Mercedes cars while being there? Like heated seats and self-driving a bit? Not like that, but yes, there were definitely what they called addendums at Nissan and at Mercedes. And I was surprised that they had them at Mercedes. One of the reasons I wanted to go to Mercedes was to get away from all that slimy kind of stuff. I didn't want to sell security systems and extra paint protection and seat protection and all that kind of stuff. And they all have it, yeah. So heated seats and the driving abilities and stuff like that, that might be like an old school thing. Now, that just comes built in the cars already. Like, it's just a matter of what trim you want. So if you get like a low tier trim, it's going to have like nothing in it. And if you get like the highest trim, it's going to just be stacked with everything. You're going to see the head-up display in the windshield. You're going to have heated seats, ventilated seats. You're going to have massage. You're gonna, a ton of stuff. Driving assist. Yeah, Diego. Dude, people would come in. These Farmero dudes would just come in and just want to buy these big old trucks constantly, dude. What's up, Justin? I'm glad that you could join us, bro. I know that sounded kind of sarcastic, but I didn't mean it that way. Angel Padilla, in Illinois, it's illegal to buy a car on Sunday. What? Wait, is that an April Fool joke? Because that's super weird. Why would that? Wow. Interesting. Sipping on the green tea potion. Justin Bieber versus Sean Combs. Book it, bro. Sign the contract. GM, let's go. Just got done rolling. Gonna make a burger. How's everything below the beanie? Well, now I'm hungry, dude. Now you're teasing me with a burger, bro. I was okay, but now I'm feeling hungry. I hope you're feeling less sore and achy today. The Beard and the Beanie is such a good show. Why are you guys trolling? Why is there multiple people calling it The Beard and the Beanie? Thank you, man. It's super fun, dude. There's times when I'm like making my own content now and just recording a video by myself. And I'm like, dude, it's way funner when I'm chopping it up with Moss. So thank you, man. Thank you. I just made it. You just made it in time for GM to never catch up in the chat. ARJR. It's a shame the way that Connor messed up his own name because he uses and he abuses. Why must he be so cruel? Wait, it's a shame. It's a shame. Wait, that's an oldie. It's a shame. The way Connor messed up. It's a shame. The way that Connor messed up his own name because he used. I can't find the melody right now. And a bit. Why must it be? I know what song it is though. I can't find the melody. That's a song that I definitely know. But wait, where's my phone? I definitely know, but I couldn't tell you all the melodies right off the top of my beanie. I don't listen to it that often. Dude, you just sent me the email with the song. So now I can't hear the melody. He uses and he abuses. That was the song. That was the song I was thinking of. I'm so behind. Oh no, it skipped. Okay, here we go. GM, oh no, dude. Oh no, this isn't gonna be good. Okay, so here's where I read to. GM, I broke the ice and watched the Mark Norman Rick Glassman pod. That's all I saw so far. I tried watching that today, and as soon as they came on, Rick was, and I tell you, I hate when he does this. As soon as they came on, Rick started talking about how they should start doing weed and eating weed and doing whatever so that they could have fun on the show. I can't remember. I heard that from the very beginning. I'm like, dude, are you serious, bro? And then they come on, and it's just all these kindergarten jokes, and yeah, man, I'm struggling with it now too. I just needed time to digest some things. I gotta do my own long divisions. So did you enjoy it? Cause I couldn't. Now I didn't shut it off because like I think I had to do something or I got out of the car. But I wasn't enjoying it. I was trying real hard to get through it and to listen to it. But it was almost like they didn't really have a good flow together, or maybe Rick ate too many brownies, or I don't know. It just seemed I wasn't into it, man. Do what you do, GM. Hoser's probably already done eating and is digesting his food right now. I'm so far behind. Back up, Terry. Oh. I'm home about to shower and order some delicious unhealthy food. Heck yeah, dude. I'm living vivaciously through you. I ate what is called deconstructed egg rolls today. Something ridiculously very healthy. Too healthy. Too healthy, if I'm honest. Waffle about us. Twitter's popping, GM. Also, Whitaker won both fights. You know, whenever I see a take like this, I have to remind myself, there's people out there. There's men out there who wear flip-flops in public with no socks on. I have to remember that there's people who unironically listen to Bad Bunny. I have to remember that there are people who intentionally drive electric cars. I have to remember that there are actually people that don't like the Three Stooges. I have to remember that there are people who choose Jackie Chan over Bruce Lee. That helps me deal with stuff like this. Thank you, Waffle Bodies. I don't know, Shades Cow. I mean, do you watch a lot of political stuff? I know he like totally changed his totally changed the way that he whatchamacallit, his content. Who's the weasel? Exactly, bro. IPAC? Alpaca MMA Alpaca, how's it go? Alpaca thesaurus or something. 6, what does that mean, dude? 6, I don't even know how to say that, dude. 6 bazingas. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to make me do math today. I really appreciate it. We're on our way to the moon, this time for real. And what are your thoughts on that? Are they? Oh, NASA's doing April Fool's Day. I don't think it's possible. I think the moon doesn't have the density to support us landing on it. The moon has actually been seen through before. They've been able to see stars through the moon. Which I don't know what NASA's thinking when they try to convince us that they could land on it. It couldn't support the weight. So they must be doing an April Fool's thing. But thank you, bro. Thank you for being here. The weasel's been discredited. There's a chink in the armor. Wait, what happened? What did he do? Dang, I barely reached the part where I started a goal. Are you counting stickers and memberships in your goal? I don't know how that works, because I think I just saw someone give a sticker a little while ago, and I don't think it counted it, which is really annoying, which is stupid and unfair. And it definitely doesn't count memberships. It says 50 super chats, so it's probably going to be very specific about it. That's so dumb. IPAC says, accept my money. Good. Wait, what? Thank you, IPAC. Is the UFC Seattle the one that just gone? Yeah, it was super. It was amazing, man. I loved that card. I think so. They call it the Space Needle, right? Space Needle and hippies. Yeah, the hippie dippies. Oh, is that a joke? I didn't get it. The IPAC thing. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. I don't get into politics. That's how over my beanie it went. I don't pay attention to any of that. He started fighting dudes with bigger gynos. Oh, James didn't get one. He wasn't able to pop one off in the shower. Hey, I meant a pedo. I meant a fart. Oh my gosh, my wife and I are going to North Florida for our anniversary this weekend. I might get pink eye there. He's going with some ambitions. Heck yeah. Oh, I thought you said, I read it too fast, Jane. I thought you said, hopefully you'll leave with the pink eye. What's up, Drew? Thank you, dude. You're amazing, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Ridiculous. Throwing down big, dude. Thank you. my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jay, I don't think I could read that out loud. But I've never heard anything like that before, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Are you going to put that in your minute? Oh my gosh, man. That one got me, man. Oh my gosh. Thank you again. What's up, Drew? What's up, Drew? Woo! Thank you for bringing the energy, bro. And you know what I think just happened right here? What's up, Drew was ridiculously generous and threw down a sticker, and the goal did him dirty. And he went ahead and threw down anyway for the goal, just to make it active. And I appreciate that, man. Diego, fixed scoring. 10-10s for draws. Nogano versus Lewis, 10-9s for close rounds. 10-8s for clear-cut rounds. 10-7s for dominant near-finish rounds. It's hard to argue with that. I have no desire to argue with that. That looks pretty good to me. I mean, the scoring system is just so stupid and flawed. I mean, it's hard to reject any new ideas. I think they should get rid of it, though. I think they should abolish it. Go back to UFC 1 style. We don't need this boxing scoring style. It's crazy, man. Because my mic stand broke. Are you triggered, Mjolnix? Why does it bother you that I'm holding the mic? My mic stand broke. I feel free like this. I can move around. I feel like a casual, but Nate Diaz is annoying. Him and his brother seems like all they do is whine. It's similar to Kevin Holland losing and Kobe and saying, I don't want to be champ. You couldn't. I agree 100%. They're very annoying. They're entitled brats. They're very annoying. Dang. It should be open, first of all, but then they should also get rid of it, yeah. Nate Diaz is annoying. He's like the punk / bully at school that was too dumb to reason with. No, I should take off soon. I should have took off. I was probably gonna just hang around for like an hour. I want it to be like a goal of mine that I'm gonna stream like every day in April, which is what I was supposed to do in March. And I can't remember what happened in March, but like literally, I think March 1st I wasn't able to, and it threw the whole thing off for me. It was like, well, if I can't do it, then what's the point? But I already kind of overstayed my welcome. Prime Fedor would ruin Connor in any timeline. Norman was rapid firing the jokes, and Rick was butthurt because he has to be the attention guy. For real? Yeah, Norman, there's not many people as fast as Norman, if any. Alive. Dang it. I don't even... Well, I would say goodbye to Angel and Jessica, but this was probably like 2 hours ago, man. Bro, Billy, I'm in Califas, bro. Our summers get to like 115, bro. But it's good, bro. You know what? That one's not fair. I understand. You might be like a surfer or something. Everybody has a different lifestyle. I get it. You might live like in the favela or something. I get it, bro. As a Floridian, are we not supposed to walk in flip-flops to Trader Joe's? I'm just kind of like, you know, like the Never Nudes from Arrested Development. I'm just like an extreme version of that, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm too extreme. I know. I'm projecting. Well, Jay Smith, it was a deconstructed egg roll. So what it is basically, it's everything that an egg roll would have in it, but it's not. It doesn't have the outside, the shell, and it's not fried. You know. James, oh my gosh, dude. James Bishop. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the love. Hey, I caught up. You don't know the scoring system like I do. You don't know what it's been through. That was funny, Jay. I mean, I know, like that first, the second time that Royce Gracie and Ken Shamrock, man, I know, man, they could turn into snoozers, man, but I just love it so much. It's so raw and real, dude. Bertolomeo GM, can you do the legend, dude? Could you do the legendary crying twerker thing? Does it not let you spell twerking? Dude, I don't have... Dude, my energy levels. I don't have the space for it right here, bro. This is not a twerking station. Oh, Houston, all the humidity, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I get it, man. You don't want to be walking around in your rain boots, you know? Yeah, they're just, the weight bullies. Marilena walks in. GM never streams again. The air is thick and hot here. You're right. I remember that one time I went to Texas and I was just melting through my clothes, man. The humidity's nothing to be played with. So look, I have a weird sense of relief right now. I don't have to make an edited video. We're all good, man. There's no way. We're not on a trajectory right now that we're gonna meet the goal, and technically we have 2 hours and 24 minutes left, but we're not on a trajectory for it, and I'm kind of relieved, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. And I should probably head inside because I got a big day tomorrow. And so look, if I wake up like stupid early, I don't even know if I should. If I wake up stupid early, I might try to do a stream in the morning. But I might need to conserve my energy. But I am going to release a UFC news to fall asleep to tomorrow. There is that, so keep an eye out for that. Please show it some love, man. The second one did not do well. If you're doing videos, if you're doing a series of videos and they're declining with each episode, not a good sign. So, if you like it, let me know that you like it so that I could continue doing it. Oh, shoot. Then I can't even imagine Houston or Florida. Bertolomeo, thanks a lot, GM. I can feel the love on that. Can you feel? Heck yeah, man. Yeah, Julio, it's much needed right now. I'm draggy right now, man. I had to get up early because of some stuff that I had to do, and it was extra annoying because I didn't sleep good last night. 2026 impressions leaderboard is good. Does that mean GM? You do it. His Francis Nogano impression and the crying twerking is a strong contender. Wait, what was the Francis Nogano impression? Thank you, dude. Thank you, Organic Gonzalez. Thank you for showing love, man. Hey, Tom Bao, thank you. Thank you, Tom Bao. Thank you. Thank you. Big time. Absolutely. Maybe, bro. I don't know. I tried to take a nap during the day, but I knew it was a bad idea. I like taking naps during the day. I have a hard time sleeping at night, but man, do I love to take a nap during the day. I'm gonna dip out of here. I will see you guys in one form or another mañana. Oh, GM, what first caught my attention about you was that you have a Mexican themed MMA channel, but didn't immediately worship the Diaz brothers. I thought this guy's different. He thinks for himself. Hey, I love that observation, man.
Amazing.
Thank you for sharing that, dude. That's a cool perspective. All right, you guys be safe out there. You be good citizens, good civilians. WStream, MMA Guru. What the heck? I'm not MMA Guru. It's the lighting, bro. It's the lighting. Thank you for being here, everybody. And stay safe till we meet again. Mañana. Make good decisions.
Not forget Jesus, people.
Take your vitamins. Say your prayers.